In today's video, I am going to be sharing exactly what you men need to know to instantly be respected by a woman. And not just any woman, a woman of value, and that has the eyes to also perceive the very value you hold being a man. And you actually earning that title by the actions you show her in the early stages, as well as the commitments that are noticed by her that you have made for yourself first and foremost. And trust me, men, this is exactly what you need to hear and realize for you to never be disrespected by a woman again. So let's get into today's video. Starting off today's video with a really important principle that should be at the core of masculinity, and it's discipline. When a man lacks discipline, all chaos actually ensues within his life because there is no order, there is no structure, and there are no pillars actually holding him accountable to his own word. Now, these can look like simple things that we as women do pay attention to. Your eating habits. When you say you're going to do something, do you put it off till last minute, or weeks or months go by and she checks in on it and you say you're going to do it next week, but it's been months? Men need to take their words seriously for a woman to actually take you seriously. Because if you're all talk and you don't know how to walk the walk, women are going to walk all over you, point blank, period. And that's why when a woman is disrespecting you, maybe she's disrespecting the leadership you want her to follow or your opinion on something, and she doesn't take you seriously, it could have something to do with the lack of discipline you have within your own life. When it comes to your routines, when it comes to your ambition and maybe the success in your life, do you have anything in your life right now that keeps you disciplined? See, this is actually really important to understand because you can use this technique to keep you disciplined no matter what you're wanting, where you're wanting to be or go or have in this life. How bad do you want it? Because the things in your life that you're putting off, the self-work you need to do on yourself, the diet change, your workout routine, any sort of passion project, if you aren't doing it, it means you don't want it bad enough. And I feel like we tend to overcomplicate it. Sometimes, men, with your logic. It doesn't make sense for me to start this right now because I have to finish this first. Or it doesn't make sense for me to do a whole diet change and really prioritize my health because I don't have enough time. You have all the time in the world. It's just a matter of what you do with your time. And that's ultimately what is going to create your future, is the actions you're committed to doing now that will pave the path for not only you, but a woman to follow. And a woman will naturally follow a man who has trust, who has belief, and who has confidence in himself and where he's going. So get focused, get disciplined. Come up with the routine that keeps you on track, and you will see the very evidence, not just within your own personal life, but how people treat you. Now, second to discipline is a man's integrity. Are you intact to who you truly are? Or are you playing into this role or this ego that makes you feel superior maybe to other people? Or dial down the voice of insecurity because the ego is so much louder? A man who has integrity knows what it means to be selfless, but also at the same time selfish in the very nature of you need to take care of yourself first if you ever want to take care of another person. And you use that very saying to allow you to wake up every day on purpose. And being a man who values integrity within yourself and other people comes from actually integrating the parts of yourself that you would rather hide, suppress. You see, there's no more running. A man who can actually stop himself in his tracks and become very self-curious. Why does he do the very things he does? See, men, you are in control of your destiny, and your destiny is important because sure, things are never going to go the way we plan it to. But what prepares a man to be able to embrace the full spectrum of life is how comfortable is he within his very own silence, his very own nature, within himself, not needing to go chase the next girl and the next girl and sleep with the next girl or the next girl, or go to the next event, go to the next party, go to the liquor store every weekend, go to the drugstore. Be medicated. It allows your spirit, your intuition, your instincts to go offline. When you chase the feeling of being numb, you are always staying the same. You are becoming frozen in time and not allowing yourself to evolve. And a man who understands this is one of integrity. You can stop whatever you don't want. You can become whoever you want to be. You just need to put your belief in that rather than your doubt. And to conclude this video on courage, when a man understands what courage actually is, he's met with a part of himself that could only be met by his ability to persevere through challenge, persevere through doubt, blockages, limitations that are all created within the mind or other people telling you something and you just believe it. Courage is the ability to see through the illusion of what the mind creates. And I'm not just talking about courage in the ways of doing hard things, pushing through the challenges of life. It's becoming vulnerable to the challenges of life, opening your heart as a man. That's one of the most courageous things a man can ever do. But the moment you do it, and you don't do it for women, but you do it for yourself, you have an energy about you that draws in people who match the very love you've already gifted yourself. So there's no more toxic relationships. There's no more women who are there to manipulate you, use you, and gain something off of you that leaves you in lack. They want to pour into you. And that only happens when a man is courageous enough to meet himself fully, to come home to himself instead of run and run and run on a daily basis. And sure, maybe you have created enough stamina to be able to do that. It's like your natural response when things go south in a relationship, you want to run. If an argument comes up with a friend, you run. When life presents you with a challenge, you run and you don't face these things. What that is really just you showing yourself the doubt you have within being able to hold these things, to heal these things, to breathe through these things so they can pass. You may be a hoarder of all the things you want to get rid of, but you hoard it away in the mind-made basement. Dust collects, but you're afraid to do the cleanup work. Cleanup work that most people have to do at some point. And you don't have to. Whenever you're met with a challenge, view it as an opportunity for you to grow, for you to become a better man. And when more men understand this, the more you will reach your potential of being in your masculinity. The very energy, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, gifted you. You are a man for a reason. You hold purpose, but you have to believe you're special. You have to believe you have something to offer the world that no one else has. And that's you being yourself. That's you no longer running or hiding in the shadow of the judgments and fear that have ran your life for far too long. It's a courageous thing for a man to become vulnerable with the outside world, to become vulnerable within the very mind-made stories that make him feel not good enough. But you question these things. That's a courageous man. There's not a lot of men who understand the importance of this. It's a gift that you're not only going to offer a woman, that you can hold space for vulnerability, for honesty and communication, and that you are a man who can rise above whatever it is that has once held you back. And you just make the decision. Simply put, decide on what you want to do on a day-to-day basis. If you need to write it out on a piece of paper, if you have to listen to yourself on a voice note, remind you of these things, so be it. Whatever you need to do to crack through the very illusion of the self-concept that has made either women disrespect you, because really when they do that, it's them being a mirror to the places where you don't respect yourself. There's a lot of freedom that can come through accountability. And if you guys are wanting any further assistance, I do offer one-on-one coaching where you and I get to work together. So my coaching email will be right here as well as linked down below. So please feel free to reach out to me. And without further ado, you guys, follow me on Instagram, give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.